In the hospital, the doctor told the mother that the cancer cells had metastasized, needed immediate surgery, but the mom said, "Now there are still some unfinished business, need some time." The doctor advised her to go to the hospital for treatment immediately because this is cancer. If surgery is late, life will not be guaranteed. Mom begged the doctor to prescribe more medicine. "Once the job is done, I will immediately be hospitalized for surgery." Their conversation was overheard by her son Xiaowu at the door. Right now, the son knows why his mother has been so harsh to him lately. A few days ago, Xiaowu had quietly corrected his test scores. After her mother knew and she was very angry, she beat Xiaowu's butt. This story was overheard by a passing neighbor Xiao Chao. He feels that Xiaowu's mother has been very strict with Xiaowu lately. Every day after school, there is still a lot to study. The weekend is no exception. In the evening, mother went to Xiaowu's room, sat on Xiaowu's bed, and apologized to Xiaowu that she was a bit impatient just now. Then, tell Xiaowu, "In my heart, you are a good, lovely, confident and honest child. It's not right to lie about achievements like that." At that time, Xiaowu knew his mistake and gently nodded. Early in the morning, mother urged Xiaowu to wake up, go to art class to learn drawing. At that moment, the mother's phone rang. Mom took the phone out. Xiaowu looked with hateful eyes. Mother pulled Xiaowu's hand, go to piano class, but still half an hour late. At that moment, Xiaowu turned around and see his mother's phone ringing. Mom picked up the phone and went out. In the evening, Tiuvu complained to his mother that he was tired. Just lay on the bed and go to sleep. The next day, Xiaowu fell asleep while practicing the piano. The tutor came to call him up. Continue to practice. Next is to learn to draw, then do homework, read books. The pile of books on the table was as high as a mountain, making him shiver. Xiaowu slept in class the next day and was criticized by the teacher at attendance. Then invite parents to school. After Xiaowu's mother knew, said, "If you are still like that, I don't need you anymore." This statement was immediately refuted by Xiaowu. "So you don't need me anymore? You already don't need me anymore. Do you think I want to sleep? I have to learn the piano, then learn to draw. Can't I sleep for a while?" Just found out that Xiaowu has been studying a lot lately. The teacher advised the mother that Xiaowu was young, which affected his life. His body couldn't take it either. The mother seemed to understand after listening. Today, mother is still the same as always, standing outside the door waiting to take Xiaowu home. But all the students have gone out and still can't see Xiaowu. Mom hurriedly looked at her watch and ran to find it. In the evening, mother and teacher was still looking everywhere. At that time, Xiaowu was sitting in the park looking at the sky. Just then, Xiao Chao saw Xiaowu and dragged him home. Mother saw that Xiaowu had returned home, immediately asked him, "Where are you going so late?" Then the teacher went home. At that time, Xiaowu was sitting on the sofa. He heard his mother's phone ringing. It turned out to be the phone of the math teacher. Learned new content today. Xiaowu was slower than his friends. Mom turned off the phone and started scolding Xiaowu, even hitting him. Scolding him for sleeping during class, skipping extra classes, not studying hard. What to do in the future? You do not study hard. What to do in the future? Who wants to go to bed in class? I study this subject every day. Study that subject. Studying at night, even on weekends, there is no rest. I don't study anymore. If I'm slower, I don't care. You are not my mother at all. Xiaowu told his mother, "In the past, you just waited for me to have a break from school. Then you would take me out, take me to soccer, go to the park to play with friends." Xiaowu told his mother everything. He dropped his bag on the sofa and left. Mother held the bag and pondered for a long time. The next day he was absent from school. Mother told Xiaowu, "No more school today." Xiaowu happily held his mother's hand and ran. Two people play car crashes at an amusement park. Play the tram, ride the Ferris wheel. It's been a long time since Xiaowu was this happy. At that moment, mother's phone rang again. Mother listened to the phone with a stiff expression. Xiaowu was next to her, staring at her with suspicion. Mom turned off the phone and told Xiaowu to go to school by himself. Mom is busy with work. Xiaowu was walking on the street and suddenly stopped. Follow Mom. After hearing the doctor's words, he found out that his mother had cancer. Xiaowu at that time finally understood the previous things that his mother made him do. Quietly shedding tears, Xiaowu went to school, wiped away his tears, pretended not to know anything, entered the classroom. After school, Xiaowu heavily went out. After returning home, immediately went to Xiao Chao's house, crying loudly to tell Xiao Chao about his mother's cancer. Now seeing his mother, he wanted to cry, begging Xiao Chao to save his mother. Then, Xiaowu stood up, go around Xiao Chao in a counterclockwise direction, because Xiaowu believes this will make time go back. Mom used to say in this book, just do the reverse and time will turn back. Son, this is a fable that is not true. It's true, I want to turn back time. The next day, the spices in the kitchen, Mom wrote all their names on. Xiaowu, who was outside the door, had already seen it. He wiped his tears and walked into the kitchen. Today, Mother taught Xiaowu to cook rice. Finally, the meal that mother and son cooked together was finished. In the evening, Mother woke up with a stomachache. She hurriedly took the medicine from the bedside and drank it. Recalling the happy form of herself and Xiaowu when cooking rice, felt very comforted. Mother went to Xiaowu's room. She helped her son cover the blanket. Looking at the picture of herself and son, she couldn't hold back her tears. After that, she went to the living room to write a notice to find a mother. She knows she have cancer and she am going to need surgery, but the ability will forever leave this world. But seeing my son, I had no other choice. I began to hope for a new mother, besides Xiaowu. The next day, she put a notice to find a mother on the wall. This scene was seen by Xiao Chao. He understood the intention of Xiaowu's mother. In the afternoon, immediately went to school with Mrs. Jia to pick up Xiaowu. Mom make an excuse to pour water. Tell Xiaowu came and sat beside Mrs. Jia. Mother feel reassured when she see Mrs. Jia and Xiaowu talking to each other. At that moment, the doorbell rang. It turned out that Xiao Chao came. Xiao Chao called Xiaowu out. Tell Xiaowu that his mother wants to find him a new mother. Then, give the notice to find his mother for Xiaowu to see. Xiaowu saw it and cried. Xiao Chao told Xiaowu that his mother had already prepared. She did not regret asking for a lot of extra classes, teaching him to do housework. I hope that when your mother is not here, you can take care of your own life. Xiao Chao encouraged Xiaowu, as long as find the best doctor in the world, so they can save your mother. Then, take the phone to help Xiaowu record the video. Hope broadcast on the network can get the doctor's help. Then the two went out, going everywhere, tore up all the notices to find mother. Mother pasted one sheet. The last sheet of paper was torn by Xiaowu, because in Xiaowu's heart there is only one mother. The next morning, Xiaowu made all the breakfast and waited for his mother to wake up. Mother saw that Xiaowu had already prepared all the breakfast. In her heart, she was also very relieved. Arriving at the square, Xiaowu ran back and approached Xiao Chao. Xiao Chao said that the doctor's response was already available online. Xiaowu immediately dragged Xiao Chao to the hospital. The doctor said to Xiaowu, "Your mother must quickly go to the hospital for surgery, otherwise the consequences are very serious." But Xiaowu said he himself basically did not have time to see his mother. Every day he went to class. After school, he went to extra classes. Only then did the doctor know what the mother was preparing. The doctor asked Xiaowu to return to school. At that time, the mother also went to the hospital. The doctor told that she have to go to the hospital in the next 2 days. Without surgery, the chances of recovery will be very low. Mother came home, saw the video that Xiaowu spoke that day. As it turned out, the fact that she had cancer, Xiaowu soon knew. Mom was very touched. Today, Mrs. Jia picked up Xiaowu after school. In the car, Mrs. Jia told Xiaowu that he should come to her house to stay tonight. As long as Xiaowu's life is stable, his mother can safely go for surgery. Xiaowu stared at Mrs. Jia, very happy to agree. At that time, Xiaowu was in Mrs. Jia's house. Received his mother's phone call. Xiaowu comforted his mother. "Mrs. Jia was very good to me." Mom tried to hold back the tears. Xiaowu told his mother to turn off the phone, because Xiaowu doesn't want his mother to hear his crying and worry about him. Then, Xiaowu jumped off the bed, running back in the room. Hope time can go back to when Mom wasn't sick. Soon the day came for mother's surgery. Mrs. Jia and Xiao Chao next to Xiaowu waited outside the door. Mrs. Jia encourages Xiaowu, "Your mom will be out soon, because you found the best doctor in the world." Xiaowu called Mrs. Jia as a mother. Mrs. Jia happily hugged Xiaowu. Very quickly, Xiaowu's video was interested by many benefactors. Many people came to comfort and encourage Xiaowu. And Xiaowu was also on the opposite side. Hope mom is okay. The interviewer also went to the hospital to record a video. For Xiaowu's sake, please try harder. At that time, the people outside the operating room silently prayed, hoping for a miracle to happen. Hope the mother's surgery will be successful. Finally, the surgery was successful. Xiaowu has 2 mothers. At that time, mother brought food from the kitchen. Xiaowu left happily. And mother also revealed a long-lost smile. Xiaowu was only a few years old when he learned that his mother had cancer. He just understood all the things his mother did for him before. He hoped to be independent enough, can become a talented person in the future. Quietly post videos online with the help of the best doctor. Love for the hearts of parents around the world. Before they died, they were all their children in their hearts. Mother's Day is coming. Are you planning to cook a meal for your mother? Alright, here's the end of our movie. Thank you for watching. See you next time.